and welcome to Teach, Read, Play. My name's Melissa, and on this channel you will find an array of teaching tips and ideas that you can use at home or in the classroom. Today's video I will be focusing on how to teach vocabulary. I hope you enjoy the video. Remember to comment, like and subscribe and turn notifications on to see more content like this. Let's get into it. Teaching vocabulary. Teaching vocabulary is one of my favourite things to teach. Teaching vocabulary is talking about and understanding new words. Now recently there has been lots of research and lots of tabloids and lots of ideas about why it's so important to teach children new words. I cannot stress this enough. In my experience of teaching, I have noticed children who have a really broad and balanced vocabulary. However, some children have had very limited amount of vocabulary, and this has really hindered some of their learning. So, what is vocabulary? Vocabulary is another word for the words that we know. So the words in the English language. Now, the words that we know are words that we are familiar with. And when we're teaching vocabulary, we will notice that there are particular words that all of our children will usually understand. These are words that are basic English language. However, there are lots of different types of vocabulary. And within that different amount of vocabulary, we have layered amounts of ambitious vocabulary and more basic vocabulary. Now, words, what do they mean and where do they come from? Children learn about words through conversations. Really important to remember that every time that we have a conversation with a child, we are teaching them new words, which is why it's absolutely crucial to have conversations with children from even when they are babies, because they are constantly taking in the words around them. So we learn vocabulary through conversations and through talking. However, we also learn vocabulary through reading to enhance our vocabulary and to learn new words while we read, and reading across genres enables us to understand new words. Now, while we're reading, we will develop an understanding of new words. And new words that we don't understand, we are able to look into. We can do this by using a dictionary or having discussions about what those new words might mean, and also using our reading comprehension to understand them. However, we will not just use vocabulary that we've heard maybe once or twice. We need to hear new vocabulary at least 10 times before we will put it into our vocabulary bank. So learning these new words is absolutely crucial. Another way that we are able to learn new vocabulary to use is through explicit modelling and teaching. So that's our job as parents, carers and educators to teach children new vocabulary. So you might want to teach children just new vocabulary in general. So you might have a word of the week that you want to talk about, or you might have a word of the day that you've looked up that you want to discuss with your child or with the children in your class. Or you can also look at subject-specific vocabulary, like this. Subject-specific vocabulary can sometimes be limited, which is why it's really crucial that we explain those new words and talk about them in the context that they are used. For instance, let's take this word. This word, lots of children may not be familiar with. However, if you are an adult, you might be familiar with this word. So to teach this new vocabulary, I would explain the new word, and I always pronounce the word to the child 3 times at least. The new word is ancient. Ancient. The word meaning is belonging to a very distant past and no longer in existence. It can be used as an adjective in the sentence below. There was an ancient man peering through the window. I then give them the opportunity to pronounce the word themselves. Once they pronounce the word, we can have a conversation about what that word means, and we can explore the word using a dictionary or maybe using some technology as well. Once looking into the details about what that word means, I start thinking really carefully about other words that I can use to explain to the child what that word means. By using similar words, these are called synonyms. So I'll talk about the different words that have the same word meaning using other words at a more basic level or another word that they might be more familiar with. I also then talk about opposite word meanings, which are antonyms. Antonyms are words that have the opposite word meaning, and I like to use this sometimes when I am exploring new vocabulary because I find it more to talk about what it isn't, and sometimes that helps what it actually is. You can also make use of visual aids, pictures. These pictures can help you to explain what this new vocabulary is. I hope that you have enjoyed this video about teaching new vocabulary, and I hope that you are able to use some of these strategies with your children at home or in the classroom to help you. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, like and subscribe to see more content like this. Bye bye.